How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a great day, and in this video I'll be going over how to take some great photos in Forza 4. So let's get into the video. Okay, so first of all, you're going to want to choose a car that you want to use for your photo. So I'm going to be using a 2016 Dodge Viper ACR. So yeah, and then once you found your car, you just want to go find a spot to shoot a photo. Okay, so I found my spot that I want to use for my little photo shoot. So a quick tip is to turn off your damages, because when you're taking a photo, you probably won't want to have damages on your car because it's just going to make it look bad, and you don't really want that. So I'm gonna set up my car, so I'm just gonna turn the wheel a little bit just to make it look nice. And once you're ready to take a photo, you just press your photo thing, whatever you have it on. I have it somewhere set on my D-pad, I kind of forgot where it was, so let me just find it. Okay, so there it is. And then so I already have my settings that I like to use set. So I'm gonna you can choose any angle just as long as you think it looks good, and so you can choose any angle that you like just as long as it looks good. So I'm gonna do the front. So you can choose any side. You can do the back, you can do like somewhere like right here, or the right side or the left side, whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna set it like right here, I think. Is that good? And then I'm gonna try to get that Mini Cooper out of the shot, and then just try to do that. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to I'm just gonna kind of center it on the car. You see this like circle thing in the middle? I'm gonna try to center it on the car because it just seems to look better whenever it's like centered on the car. And then for farther shots, so if you set your camera back a little bit, you can actually zoom in. I think it's from the D-pad up or something, whatever that's called. And then to zoom out, you can just do the D-pad down button. So, and then to focus, you just press X. So right there, and then I'm gonna have the UI. So there's my photo. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over the settings. So let me just turn off turn the UI back on, and then you want to press Y on your Xbox controller or whatever you're using. You can see your like keybinds on the bottom left corner of the screen, so you can just see that, and then press whatever key it is or whatever button it is. So I'm gonna just press Y, and then so you can choose whatever preset you want. I just have it. I recommend you set it on custom, but you can use whatever preset you'd like. But in this video, I'm just gonna be using custom. So for the shutter speed, I don't think the shutter speed really matters when you're going with I don't think the shutter. Okay, so for the shutter speed, I don't think that the shutter speed really matters if you're doing like a still photo. So if you're doing a roller, when the car is actually moving, you probably want to set it like around 50 to just don't set it too high unless they're going really fast and you want that to be shown. So basically the shutter speed can show how fast, or it basically shows motion, I'm pretty sure. So another thing too is focus mode. It's kind of so with focus mode, you want to set it as whatever you're doing. So tracking, I'm pretty sure, is for movement, and then panning, I'm pretty sure, is for this type of stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but for focus, you kind of want to okay, so for focus, I'm pretty sure you probably already understand just by the name. So basically focus kind of enhances what your focus on the picture. So if you just make it 0, it's gonna oh shoot, I just realized I actually set it to default on accident. But okay, so I'm just gonna put shutter speed all the way down again, and then for the panning, and then for focus, basically you just set it to whatever you want. So if you want a lot of focus on whatever you're trying to focus on, just set it to 100 or whatever number you want. But just choose whatever number that looks good to you. So I'm just gonna set it to 30 or something. It doesn't really matter to me, but because it will focus on anything that you just focus on. If you press X, it'll focus on that. But for exposure, I wouldn't set this too high. I would probably just leave this at 50, or just lower it to maybe 40 or something. But don't go too high, because it's gonna do this. It's gonna make it extremely like bright, I would just probably leave it at 40 or 50. So I would, yeah, I really wouldn't go anything over or under 30 or something, and I wouldn't go anything over 60 probably. Yeah, 60, anything over 60 or under 30 would probably be pretty bad. It would make the picture look bad, and so yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at 50 because that looks nice to me. And then aperture is basically kind of like, it blurs the background, I guess. So like right here, it just blurs the whole thing. So this is kind of like what makes the picture look good. So I'd probably set this to maybe like around like 15 to 30, but I wouldn't do like 100 or anything because that's gonna really blur it, and I don't think you really want that. I probably put it at like 15 to 30 depending on how much you want on it. So yeah, that's basically aperture. So I'm gonna put it at around probably like 25, just so it's not like too much, neither too low. So focus shape, I don't know what that is, so I'd probably just leave it at circle. And then sampling, I'm not sure what this really is. I think it's the quality of it, like how clear it is. I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna leave the quality actually to see what happens to it. But with contrast, I'd probably just leave this stuff default if you don't want to mess with it. That's completely fine, because it looks actually pretty good on default. I just probably focus more on the aperture, the exposure, and probably just the aperture and the shutter speed mainly. But I'm gonna kind of like fiddle. You can play around with the settings and see what fits for you. So I'd probably not really go anything under probably like 40 for the contrast, and I'd probably not go anything over 65 probably, because you can see it really kind of makes it look weird. And if you go to 100, that looks terrible. So I'd probably just keep it at like, maybe I'm gonna put it at like around like 60. Yeah, I'm put it around at like 60. And then for color, kind of like contrast, it like kind of makes the colors pop out more. So so I'd probably leave, because you probably don't want the colors to pop out too much, because it's just gonna make it look like a cartoon. And so I'd probably put it like, okay, so look at the building at the right side of the picture, and you can see. So when I put the color higher, it will like look more orange. So I'd probably put it at around 70. 70 seems pretty good. It's not like too much, or maybe like 80 would be 75 seems good. So it's not like too much color, but it's enough to make it look good. So I probably wouldn't go anything over 80 for the color, and don't go over like, or don't go under. Well, so if you're doing like an older photo, like you're trying to get like that type of like feeling for the photo, you can like kind of like go a little bit low for the color. But yeah, so like if you're trying to like give the photo like a older vibe to it, so you probably want to go to like 20 or something. But for this photo, I'm just gonna keep it at a little high, so I'm gonna probably go like 75. I got 74 to make the colors look nice, but like not too like popping out, I guess. It kind of makes it look weird. Makes it look very like very, I don't know how to put it, but basically just like don't go too high. Fiddle around with it, and you can see what looks nice for you. But I'm just gonna keep mine at 75, and then brightness, I'm going to see how this looks. So depending on what type of photo you like, you can fiddle around with the brightness. I'm probably gonna keep it at like somewhere where you can actually see the wheels, because the wheels really do take effect on this. As you can see, barely see the back wheels, so it's just black at this point right here. I don't want the photo to actually show the back wheels. Probably like 45 would probably be good. Now for sepia, I'm pretty sure this is like kind of like a grayscale. Yeah, okay, so you can see, you can actually use this instead for the like older photos, but I'm gonna keep this at probably 0 maybe. Actually, I'll probably do I'll do 15. Actually no, I'm gonna put it at 0, because I don't really care for it. I mean, if I'm doing like an old photo, once again, I would probably use that sepia thing. And then I don't know how to pronounce this, but basically it brings a black border around your corners. I don't really recommend using this unless you think it's cool, but I mean, I don't really care for it, so I'm just gonna leave it at 0. And then temperature temperature. Basically this basically shows like it kind of like, I don't know, it basically gives the photo a tint. So like, okay, so temperature, if you go high, it's gonna give it like an orange tint to it. So basically like it's orange, and orange is basically the color of fire. So basically that means it's hot. So and then if you go down, it gives it the very blue tint. I just realized that it gives it a very blue tint. So for this, I probably give it like a an orange kind of like tint, I guess, or like a higher temperature, because I mean like the background's obviously orange. I feel like it would fit more if it was a bit high, like maybe around 70. So I'm probably gonna do 70. And then for car lights, you can do whatever you want with this. So this is just your opinion, and I'm gonna turn the lights off. I'm gonna turn off the drivers, or disable the drivers, crowd enabled, creatures enabled, and then that's basically it. So there's my photo right there, and I think it looks very good actually. So I'll show you some other photos that I've taken, and yeah, so you can press A, and so you can process the photo, and there you go. So you can place the watermark wherever. I'm gonna put it in the right corner and save it. You can call this whatever you want. I'm just gonna call this Dodge Viper ACR, and press A, and let's wait for it to save. And then for the make and model, you can just choose current car or whatever car you want to use. Scenery, filtered, and I'm just gonna name this Dodge Viper again. Dodge Viper ACR again, and then press share. I'm pretty sure this is optional. You don't actually have to do this, but if you want to, you can. So yeah, that's the photo. So yeah, so I think that was actually pretty good. So yeah, I'll show you some of my older, or yeah, not old, but some of them are actually pretty old. So I'm just gonna go to my Creative Hub, and you can find your photo gallery, or I'm pretty sure anything you made here. So I'm not sure if you can actually find everything you made here, but basically all I know is that you can find your photo gallery here, or there's just the photos that you made here. So here's some of my photos. There's actually some favorites that I have here. One of them is actually just the one that I just made. I actually really like that one. And then I think this one right here, Audi R8 Winter, it's a nice one. I actually really like that one. And then Rally Monster, another one. I actually did this for a challenge, and I didn't really want to make this nice, but it turned out nice, so that's great. And then I have some drifting ones that are actually pretty nice. I like this one. Not as much as the other ones, but it's actually pretty cool photo. So here's another one of those like tandem ones. This one's pretty nice too. So yeah, and then here's my first one right here. It wasn't the best, or no, this was my first one right here. When was this? 2020. Wow. Yeah, it wasn't my best one. So I mean, it's a start, I guess. I thought it was pretty cool at the time, but obviously I've improved quite a bit. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and consider subscribing to my channel, because I'll be posting lots of Forza Horizon 4 content on my channel, and it's free, so why not? It'll make my day, and it'll help me out too. So that's three things good about subscribing to my channel. And yeah, so once again, I hope you guys have a great day, and yeah, so I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. Peace.